I'm doing something that a lot of you have either had before. You can buy it in the supermarket, so I know it's popular if you can get it there. But I'm trying to make a little bit of a healthier version than some of them that are out there. This is broccoli, bacon, and raisin salad. So I'm going to start with about 4 cups of broccoli florets. Now I've cut these fairly small. It's about a pound of broccoli crowns if you're going to get it that way. 4 cups if you're picking them out of your garden and you don't have a scale. So to that I'm going to add about a fourth of a cup of a fourth of a pound of bacon. Now most of the recipes call for substantially more bacon than that, and I wanted to make sure that it was crisp and that we crumbled it or cut it up. So this is going to go in here with the broccoli. Now there's nothing, I think most people will agree that everything is better with bacon in it, but there's nothing terrible about eating bacon. I've cut back the amount, and bacon is a processed meat. It's considered a red meat, so it's not something you want to have a lot of and a lot of every day, but once in a while having some bacon in something really adds flavor. So cutting things out usually is not the choice if you can help it, just limiting the amount that you're going to take. So I'm going to add to that a half a cup of sliced red onion. Now I have these. You could leave them whole in rings, or you could chop it more. It depends on how you want to approach the process. If you do it in rings like I've done, try and break them up a little bit. We're going to stir this together. We're going to let it marinate a while, so it's going to move along as it goes. I'm going to also add about a fourth of a cup of pecans. You could use other nuts if you had them, but pecans are Oklahoma grown, so we're going to use those. You could also toast those for a little while, and that's going to enhance the flavor as well. I've got a third of a cup of golden raisins. Now if you have other dried fruit, you could cut it into bite-sized pieces. If you dried some peaches last year, or if you've got some craisins from the supermarket, whatever, just some kind of a dried fruit. I like the golden raisins because they're a little bit more of a color contrast than some of the other things that I had available for me. So that's all that's going to go in that pan. And then I've got half a cup of low-fat or fat-free mayonnaise. And this one I'm adding a fourth of a cup of sugar, and that is a lot. If you want to cut back the amount of sugar, I probably would use an artificial sweetener rather than cutting it back completely. You could substitute about half of that with honey. It's going to give a little bit different flavor, but it's a different alternative, and it's something that you could try. I did cut back the amount of sugar that the original recipe called for, which was half a cup. So I've made progress. It may not be as much as you'd like, but it's a step in the right direction. And then a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Now here again, you could use other flavors of vinegar. I probably would not use a distilled white vinegar. I'd want to choose one that does have some flavor in it. You could get out your whisk and stir these together that way. I'm just going to do it with a spoon. I think we'll get the result we need. We're just going to blend those together, and then it's going to go over our salad. And this is then going to get stirred together, and then we want it to marinate for at least 2 hours so that it has time for the flavors to blend. However, this is something that you could do up a day ahead. The longer it marinates, the vinegar, the mayonnaise, the sugar, they're all going to soften the vegetable itself and pull out those flavors and help everything blend together a little bit. So once that's sat for a couple of hours, do make sure that you cover it because you have a lot of strong flavors coming out of here. And you do have some things that are perishable in here, so let that marination happen in the refrigerator, covered. And after that period of time, you get something like this, which I think you're really going to like. It's broccoli, bacon, and raisin salad. For Oklahoma Gardening, I'm Barbara Brown.